in this video series of integers, we are going to learn so many things. Now I'm going to discuss on what is an absolute value of an integer. So let me draw a number line to make you understand how do we find absolute value of an integer. What is the term, how the meaning of the term, the absolute value of an integer. Now this is your number line. This is the number line 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And on my left, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9 and continues. So this is the number line. Now let us understand in the number line now what is absolute value of an integer. What is the meaning of the term absolute value? Why do we say absolute value? We could have said simply just value. Absolute value. Suppose you give me a number. Shall I take -4? Okay, right, -4. So -4. Now how do we write the absolute value? Now we write it inside the 2 bar, and then we try to find what is the absolute value of -4. Now you can see here on the number line you have 0 at the center, 0. From the 0 or whatever positive numbers to the right, on the right written, all the units are equidistant, equal space it is drawn. It has to be written at equal space and equidistant. 1, 2, 3, 4 continues. Same way on the left, on the backward, when you go back, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, they also should be written, placed at equidistant. So the -4 we get, we can write it as 4, the value. But why we write the value as 4? Because even 4 also, we say mod of 4, also we write 4. So plus positive sign 4 also 4 and negative sign 4 also 4. Now tell me, why do we write for positive sign also same value and negative sign also same value? So the reason behind is the numbers are all placed at equidistant from 0. Regardless of any direction, whether it goes to the right, it goes to the right, or it goes to the left, it goes forward or goes backward, whether it is increasing order, whether it is in decreasing order. So regardless of direction, regardless of sign, we have to understand, we have to count the number of units from 0. Number of units from 0. So when it is -4, so I count till -4 from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many units we have come here? 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So my value is 4. So mod of -4 is 4. So value of -4 is 4. In the same manner, from 0, if I move to the right, to the positive numbers towards the right direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, till 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So I jump 4 units to reach 4. So my value is 4. So in both the cases, what did we see? What did we find? The number when it is equidistant from 0, regardless of any direction, regardless of any sign, the value is the same. It is the value of the number. It is the actual value of the number. So now let us take one more example. Suppose it is 5. -5. -5, how many units I have to go from 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -5. So I have come 5 units backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it doesn't mean backward or forward. It doesn't make any difference. So backward. But I have come backward, but I have come 5 units backward. So backward doesn't make any difference. So how many units I have come to reach 5 -5? That is 5 units. How many units I have come? How many units I have jumped from 0? Same way, if it is 6 plus 6, see positive sign 6. So from 0, let me count 1 to my right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But regardless of the direction, someone may tell you right, left, but when you are writing absolute value, you need not mind it is right or left or positive or negative, any direction. You have to just write the actual value by counting the number of units. So it is 6 units have gone, so the actual value is 6. So this is how we find absolute value of an integer. I hope it is clear with the number line and with the explanation. Now let us understand what is predecessor and what is successor. What is predecessor of a number? Already you have learned with natural numbers, predecessor of a number and successor of a number. So how do you find predecessor? What do you mean by predecessor? So yes, you are right. Predecessor, the number which is less than the given number, one less than the given number, just before number, or we can say predecessor, it can be any number less than that number, but we say just before, then one less, just after, that is successor, then one more. So if we have to write predecessor, we can write any number before that number. We have to write successor, any number after that number. But if we say just before, just after, then you have to write just after plus 1, just before minus 1. So just after plus 1, after it can be more than plus 1, any numbers. And just before minus 1 and only before, you say before 0 what number comes. So then it can be any number before 0. And if we say just before 1, then what just before 0, then what number, which number comes? Then you have to understand, specifically you have to write that. So now let us first do predecessor. So I have written predecessor on my left and successor on my right, because successor increases and predecessor it increases. Successor is increasing number and predecessor is a decreasing number. Predecessors are decreasing numbers and successor are increasing numbers. So now let us take a number. A number like, let me take 1. Let me take a number 1. Now what is the successor of the number? Successor of the number is just, successor is 1 plus 1. So plus 1. So it goes 2. So successor. So 1, successor of 1, 1. Successor of 1 is 2. So what is the successor of 1? Successor of 1 is 2. So the successor of 1 is 2. Now if I want to write predecessor of 1 and predecessor of 1, what comes? Predecessor of 1, see from predecessor of 1, that is 0. That is 0. Predecessor of 1, 0. Now if I say a number like, what is the predecessor of 0 here? What is the predecessor of 0 here? Then what number will come? It is minus 1. Predecessor of 0, it is minus 1. Okay, so all the negative numbers are smaller than 0. All the negative numbers are smaller than 0. Their value is less than 0. And all the positive numbers are bigger than 0. Their value is more than 0. And we have to understand when we are writing predecessor, for negative numbers, it should come less. The value is less than that. So if I predecessor of minus 2, suppose predecessor of minus 2. Now what will be my number? Predecessor of minus 2. Predecessor of minus 2 is one number back. That is before number back. That is minus 3. Now if I say what is the successor of minus 2? What is the successor of minus 2? Successor of minus 2. Successor of minus 2, one number, it goes more. The value increasing. So it is minus 1. Successor of minus 2, minus 1. So that's how we find predecessor and successor. Predecessor is just before number, all the numbers before that number, and successor the numbers after the given number, after the asked number. So negative numbers predecessor, mostly children you get confused. You write like predecessor, you write the value bigger. Predecessor, then the value will be always smaller. Suppose minus 4, minus 4, minus 4. Suppose the number I take minus 4, and predecessor of minus 4 is minus 5. Predecessor of minus 5 is minus 6. Predecessor of minus 6 is minus 7. In the same way, now successor of 0, that is 1. Successor of 1, 2. Successor of 2, 3. Successor of 3, 4. So, successor goes to the right. We get successor always on the right and predecessor on the left. Even suppose we take minus 3. Predecessor of minus 3 is minus 4. Predecessor of minus 3, minus 4. But what is the successor of minus 3? Minus 2. So we are getting the number to the right of 3. On the right of 3. Okay. So successor we are getting right of minus 3. So on the right of minus 3 we are getting, that is minus 2. This is your successor. And on the left of minus 3 we are getting minus 4. This is your predecessor. So this is your predecessor, this is your successor. I hope now we are very thorough with this explanation. Now, what is the smallest positive integer? That is 1. What is the smallest positive integer? That is 1. Right. So, smallest positive integer is 1. What is the highest negative integer? Highest negative integer, that is minus 1. So, highest negative integer is your minus 1. That is highest negative integer. Highest negative integer. And smallest positive integer, that is 1. This is smallest positive integer. So now we know how to find absolute value of an integer. We understood the predecessor. We understood how to find successor for both positive numbers and negative numbers. Now let us find some more answers to these questions. Now I have taken one question. Which pair is equidistant? Which pair is equidistant from what? From 0. From 0. Or they are equidistant to each other. Now let us know the numbers. I will take a pair of number here. A pair of numbers. Here I will minus 2, minus 3. Now if I take minus 2, if I take minus 2 here. So minus 2 goes here. This is your minus 2. This is a number minus 2. Now if I take 3, so this comes 3 here. Are they equidistant? Minus 2 and minus 3 from 0 equidistant? No. This is more, this is less. They are not equidistant. So they are not equidistant. Now minus 5 and minus 5 and minus 5. Minus 5 and minus 5. If I take minus 5, so minus 5 and minus 5, it goes minus 10. No. So they are also not equidistant. 6 and 1. 6 goes here and 1, 6 and minus 1 and minus and comes here. So from 0, 6 goes so far and minus 1 goes to the left before 0. So this is far and this is so much value and this is so less value. So they are not equidistant. You can see 6 units we are going there and here we are coming only 1 unit. So here 6 units to the right and 1 unit to the left. So they are not equal. So that is also, it does not satisfy this question. Now minus 3 plus 3. Now from 0 you can see minus 3. You can see minus 3 here. 1, see from 0, yes, from 0 minus 3. So we reach here. Now from 0 plus 3. 1, 2, 3. Now you can see from 0, these number plus 3 and minus 3, they are equidistant. See, they are equidistant, plus 3 and minus 3. So this pair satisfies the question. So from 0 plus 3 and minus 3, they are equidistant. But what will be their value when they are equidistant? 0 plus 3, minus 3 and plus 3, it will be 0. They are equidistant. So their value positive of, the positive of 3 is negative 3. So they are the sign numbers, positive, the plus of opposite minus. So plus 3 minus 3, you get 0 their value because they are equidistant from 0. So easily you can find the value mentally. So you need not calculate. It is just for your understanding how it happens. You should know using number line. Now the integers between. Now let us find the integers between these numbers. What are the integers we can find between these numbers? So here minus 4 and 7. So minus 4 and 7. Let us take minus 4. Let us take minus 4 and 7. Now here minus 4. This is our number minus 4. This is our number minus 4. Minus 4. And this is our number 7. So we take the number from minus 4 till 7. We take the numbers from minus 4 to 7. So what are the integers comes between minus 4 and 7? So minus 4 and 7 between. So between means we have to leave the last number on both the sides. That is minus 4 and 7. And we have to write all in between numbers. So now after 4, here minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the numbers we get between minus 4 and 7. Now minus 3 and 2. Minus 3 and 2. What are the between numbers? Now minus 3 is here and 2 is here. So what are the between numbers? The minus 3 here you get minus 2, minus 1, 0 and 1. These are the between numbers, the integers between minus 3 and 2. Now next minus 5 and 3. Minus 5 and 3. So you can see here minus 5 is here. This is minus 5 and 3 is here. Minus 5 and 3. So between numbers, so we are leaving the last two numbers, that is minus 5 and 3. And we are writing in between numbers. So minus 5. So minus 5 more than minus 5. Next is minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0 and till 3. So before 3 we have to write till before 3. 1, 2. So these are your integers between these two numbers. So we understood through a number line. Now once you are thorough with a number line, you understood how to express, then you can do easily without the number line. I hope it helped you the most and you like the video. So please do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.